Okay, Lowe's 2474, customer Brown. These are digital video notes of the layout of the room. Basically, the customer has removed a sectional piece that runs across the full width of the room. It was a beam over here that was a divider from both sides of the room, as I guess just a regular divider between the two to make it look like it. It also had a wall here in the middle. So all that structure has been removed, and they've also filled in part of the actual stairway. You see right here, they've moved that stairway in. So the measurements I'm giving you today are going to be from the edge of this sheetrock here, the finished edge of this, all the way to your door trim here, and then your door trim to door trim and door trim to corner of room. Okay, now one of the things we've got right here is a double switch to the right of the door. That double switch, we're allowing a 7-inch margin. It's 1 inch past the edge of that. That gives you plenty of room for your 93 inches of cabinet that's in the drawing. We definitely want to have a 37-inch opening for the refrigerator. Your design has a 36-inch refrigerator opening. Their refrigerator they're going to use is right at 36 inches wide, and so we would definitely need to be a little bit extra space on the width of that. Also, in your design, you have 3-inch panels, 1 5/8 on the left and right hand side, that are extended depth to 32 inches depth. That makes the center cabinet at 24, 8 inches off the wall. So that being said, that's going to have a space behind it that we're going to need 2x4s and then also some plywood on the top to keep light from coming down from the top of the cabinet behind the refrigerator. Told that to the customer. They have some materials here that we're going to use for that, so no problem there. But we do need a couple of 2x4x8 just blocking to be able to put behind that and to build that out to 32 inches deep for the cabinet above it. Now also, since those are going to be freestanding refrigerator end panels, they need to be flush finished in on the left, flush finished in on the right. Now in Allen & Roth, I don't believe they offer flush finished ends on those. So make sure if you're going to do that, that you order me some 3-inch solid stock to go on top so that we can have a banding to go around the top of the cabinet to give us something to ride the crown molding on. If you need questions about that answered, feel free to give me a call whenever you're doing the design work. Now we got one plug right over here low. That's not going to be a problem. He's going to be removing that, possibly using that as a lighting circuit, bringing it up in the wall, and he's going to pull another line over from the other side of the room for a GFI for the cabinets and wall cabinets to the right of the refrigerator. Now over here on this side, the lean-in pantry will stay. The top of the molding here at the top is 101.5 inches to the top. We have 97.5 inches to the bottom of that. So that height right there is no problem. If we're going to use a 96-inch top alignment for the cabinets, we'll still be underneath it without any issues. The cabinets in the design were 42-inch uppers in this layout, which is no problem. One of the things we talked about today is that what's here now is 39 inches wide. Because of that, the new cabinets are 46 inches. That's a 1-inch filler, a 36 and a 9. If you look right back in there, that is the electrical plug for the actual stove. The extra of that plug to the corner is 6 inches. It's right at the edge of where we're going to be putting the new cabinets in. So that means that when you plug the stove up, it's going to hit the back of the stove. So the customer is looking at possibly doing a pop-in box and moving that to the left about 6 inches or so, just to offset the amount that we're moving the cabinets so that the plug doesn't get in the way. Or he might use a clock plug to fix that issue without having to move it. One way or the other, it does have to move over or be modified so that the new stove will fit in place. Now also today we talked about a 36-inch base here with a 9-inch tray base, no problem, pizza pans, that kind of thing. Over here on this side, utensils, 9-inch, 36-inch base, 120 inches total length, 121 with a filler. Perfect, no problem. We have plenty of room for that on the wall. But in the overhead, we also talked about a 9-inch cabinet here that's 42 inches tall next to a 36. Now on paper, that lines up great. But what happens is the 9-inch cabinet only has a 6-inch interior space. In fact, in Shenandoah, it only has a 5 3/4 inch interior space. So we talked about possibly making that a 15-inch cabinet and a 30. That way they have a much larger cabinet here. It's still a symmetrical layout, but a 15-inch cabinet and a 30, instead of having that 45 inches, that would be a 15, 15, 15 wall cabinet, which is still very symmetrical. And then on the bottom, you'd have the 36 and the 9. Because that's behind the actual island, it wouldn't show up as a difference from top to bottom. It would be a much more symmetrical look in the upper cabinets, having the 3 15s, the 15s in the middle, middle, and the 315s over here on the left-hand side. Now, again, if you have questions about that, feel free to give me a call. We can go over it, but we are moving everything to the left about 6 inches. Now, also looking up here, I don't remember, hold on. Okay, we're back. I found it. It's actually about 8 inches or so to the right, but it's in a handy box, which means we should be able to move it over with no problem if we have to scoot it over a little bit to the left when the cabinets move over. So it's no problem. That's something we can move when we do the cabinet change. All right, so back over here on the island. In the design, you have 44 inches of space from the front of this cabinet to the end of this island, which is no problem. That's plenty of walk-in space. In this layout here, from the front of the refrigerator to the front of the island was 44 inches as well. Customer is going to redo the plumbing and the electrical for the island after the cabinets are set. And because we have linoleum in this area, we have carpet in that area, all of this is being torn out, no footprint in the floor, and the island will be turned to run with the refrigerator wall. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about the kitchen, feel free to give me a call at 423-650-1051. Have a great day.